Chapter 1. Musk swirled below, an inexorable red cloud rolling underneath the giant space station that drifted in orbit above Mars. It was a dark stain on the red planet. Miles of 3D printed concrete buildings spread out under a protective dome that kept 50 million citizens safe. Tinker rolled around in his spacesuit and cursed under his breath. His leg was tangled in the tether, and if he didn't get loose soon, he was going to get behind. "Unit 7, the voice in the headset crackled on tiny speakers. "Go for Tinker," he grinned. "Just say go," the voice snipped. "You don't have to say your name every time." "I know," he said, as one hand flailed at a thick cord that connected him to the space station. "But you know, there are about 60 of us out here, right? I don't want you to get us mixed up." "I use your unit designation." "Oh," he said, as he flicked the cord in the vacuum to try and pry it loose from where it looped around his ankle. "Right, Unit 7, that's me. But if we're being honest..." "We're not." "It should be Unit 8.5, he giggled. "You know what I'm saying?" "I know what you're saying." "It's the size of my unit," he clarified.
"I know that's what you're referring to."
He finally managed to clear the loop over his ankle and free the tether back to the station. "Oh," he said.
"That's why I contacted you,"
said the snippy voice of clean command control. "Oh, I have a problem here." The end of the tether snaked away from the space station. You could see the simple connection carabiner winking in LED light from the exterior of the station. It just floated there, looking all unconnected and stuff, which meant he wasn't connected too. Well, anything really. And that, of course, meant, "I'm falling." He keyed the heads-up display in the goldfish bowl helmet. "Help! SOS! Mayday!"
"Unit 7?
8.5. He almost sobbed, on the verge of hysterics.
Unit 7, you're using too much oxygen. You need to calm down and relax. I've dispatched a rescue ranger to your location."
"Shit," he grunted. 3C, I'm not in my location." He could feel himself floating away from the station. Could feel the low G of Mars's gravity grabbing his body and pulling him planet-side. There was no atmosphere on Mars, not enough to make a difference. He wasn't going to burn up on entry. He would just drift down until he ploughed into the red clay at a couple 100 miles an hour, unless he bounced off the dome. Then he might just slide along the invisible barrier and smash into the dirt at the far edge of civilized Mars.
"What do you mean you're not in your location?"
"I saw a smudge."
"You were instructed to never leave your designated path."
The snippy voice sounded even more frustrated than usual. "I know, but I figured you mates might like a little initiative."
"You're janitor, Unit 7. Your job is to inspect the station hull for dings, pits, and potential events in your designated path. It's not to investigate anything outside of that path."
"But what if I saw something that could save the whole station?" Tinker said. "I'd be like a hero or something."
"Unit 7, stand by. The rescue ranger has located your tracking beacon. They anticipate retrieval within 15 minutes.
"Really?" he sighed. "That's great, because I really didn't want to turn into jelly on Mars or anything."
"You're required to see 3C Commander upon your return."
He gulped. "Is he mad at me?"
"I suspect he's not going to be happy with you, but that's not the case. You're going to be charged for the rescue, I imagine."
"Charged? But I don't make that much money to start with."
"And he'll probably let you go."
"What do you mean, let me go? I'm already let go out here, just free balling it in space."
"Fired, Unit 7. You're going to get fired."
"Don't I get a second chance or something? Come on, this was a little mistake."
"This is your third rescue in 6 weeks.
"Those other 2 don't count," he said. "They were honest mistakes." It lurched as a magnetic clamp slammed into the plate on the back of his extravehicular mobility unit. He tried to peer over his shoulder to see the retrieval ship reeling him in, but the view was blocked by the helmet that protected him from the vacuum of space.
"It's been nice knowing you, Unit 7.
The curt voice said over his radio. 8.5. He let out a big breath as he began moving. But right then, in the cold emptiness of space, the vast loneliness stretching beyond him to the reach of infinity, and to the spectre of unemployment looming over him, it felt more like 3.